Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the Den of Iniquity. That is Ken Shaving and BSing, home of your original Big Shave Best champion. As always, the OG, the one and only, never often imitated, never duplicated. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning, trying to get back into the routine. Telework time is calling, but I need a shave just because it helps keep the routine, keeps me fresh, keeps me clean, keeps me focused. And I'm going to go with one of my favorite scents from one of my favorite artisans, and that is Phoenix Shaving Doppelganger Gray Label, which is Douglas and Fran's take on the Aventus scent. And this one is a little more towards the fresher end of your Aventus takes, a little fruitier, not so much smoky, birchy. Very nice though, and this is the CK6 formula, which is a little pricier, but full of natural butters and amazing products. Takes a little bit of water. And just to give you a breakdown on how we're gonna go across the board, start to finish, we're gonna use banana oil cube today, which I went through about 8-9 months of comments on videos finally, and loved, had to delete a couple because let's face it, low-hanging fruit stuff, picking on the kids. So bye. And the rest of you with questions, I believe this is discontinued unless I'm mistaken, so check phoenixshaving.com for the banana oil cube. I don't know if Douglas brought it back or not. I haven't paid attention in that regard, but I'm going to use this today for my pre-shave. Razor today is going to be the DOC Ascension and the flat bottom. It's an aluminum flat bottom, but the rest is a stainless steel. It's got a quarter turn open with a one-use down Gillette Ruby stainless blade. Of course, we're using Doppelganger CK6 Gray Label. Our brush today will be the Phoenix Shaving Atomic Rocket 26mm synthetic. We're going to layer it with Star Jelly Gray Label. Hit it up with the aftershave cologne. We're just going to smell really Aventus take today, and even hit the pits. And one last bit we're going with the EDP. Yes, I got the EDP, so we're going to layer that down. And let's see how this DOC flat bottom does as we get into our shave. So let's wet the face, and yeah, I've lost actually about 7 pounds or so. I've been eating better, although I can't exercise. I need to start exercising in the house. I have a plan, but I've dropped about 7 pounds from my heaviest. Some of that was some bulk weight, I'm sure, from a big meal. But I mean, slowly but surely, I'm going to work down. And thanks for the encouragement. Thanks for the tips. I said I'd probably be in contact with some of you. I'll probably reread some comments and stuff. I'm also fresh out of the shower, so I'm really good and ready for a shave today. Question came up from one viewer about using the cube. Can you use it on the second pass? Yeah, use it however you want. It's a pre-shave, in a lather builder. It's a soap, so it doesn't clog the razor like an oil can. Although oil has the ability to, not oil can. I'm going to leave the excess on. So, yeah, a couple trolls, but it was minimal. One said I was so fat, yada yada. I know I'm fat. Jesus Christ. One of them said, "Oh, what about in the?" I think he said it twice. I responded to one video months and months ago. "Oh, you were so angry." And he actually put the tag on whatever. I don't know what video it was. Frankly, don't care, because people don't understand real anger versus just being a little emotional and concerned. So whatever the guy was, I think he asked again. Basically, he said, "I wonder why you're not." When people ask about your people's favorite video channel, shave video makers, why you're not one of them. I said, frankly, I have no ego to bruise. I mean, people like who they like. I've made a lot of friends through this channel and live in person, meeting up at meetups. So, honestly, I don't care if I'm anyone's favorite. I'm just thankful y'all watch, and I've got 1,580 something subscribers now, so I'm getting near 1,600, and that's fine. It's not like at most I've made $200 and change since I went to revenuing this, right? So whoop-de-doo. monetizing videos, I should say. But you know, I don't care. I'm just, I'm happy to just share experiences. Had a lot of good discussions. Blades. People asked about blades. People asked about certain razors. To answer some questions, yes, I still use the Leaf. This flat bottom DOC made me think, let me revisit it, because someone asked me about that. See what differences I get. I think I do like the flat bottom concept a little better for the eye. I'm probably a little too hydrated, but that's okay. I got pre-shave on. 4 days growth. I was just like, do I have 4 or 5 days growth? I'm like, heck if I know. I've got this razor on a quarter turn open. And let's dive in. One Jen asked me, how do I shave straight down my neck? Well, a tip if you don't know, and this is not about me, this is about everyone, and I picked it up obviously from more experienced wet shavers, since that done this way before I got into it, was map your beard growth. Look at, grow it out, 4 or 5 days at least, and see which way your hairs go. So I discovered I have pretty much straight down until I get about right or near the top of my Adam's apple, that it goes diagonal and then kind of sideways, and kind of both directions. Using a very light touch, because this is mostly the stainless steel razor, stainless steel Ascension. But for my wet shaving experience, my problem with carts was ingrowns. And with that, was because I was just shaving down and up, so I was kind of doing width and across, that I wasn't really doing it well. And it was more a function of the cartridge razor itself, how it pulls and then cuts. I had an interesting question off my first Defender video. Gentleman was an electric shaver, and he really had no idea about how to even shave with a cart. How do you do it? And I said, basically, you'll get about 2 weeks. Now, keep it out of the shower, of course, so you don't get excess bacteria. Keep it rinsed and clean. But you get about 2 weeks to a month, depending on your growth, of decent shaves with a cart. And then you pop off the cartridge blade itself and replace it with a new cartridge on the handle. So yeah, you can go through blades, but I'm kind of just recalling off the top of my head some of the questions I had. Saw some folks were looking back at some of my old videos, and one guy said he liked how I just said anything off the top of my head. About one comment I made at one point was, way back in the day of my lathering sucked balls. So that was before I got to distilled water and paid more attention. But he was right, he liked it for some reason. So I should have a podcast, but I'm a little busy. Yeah, if I had a podcast, I wouldn't necessarily be overly profane, but I would just be pretty off the cuff. I know Judge Barney, I hope you're still out there and you're safe, sir. I caught up to your comments too, and I'm glad you were still around. I hope you're still alive and watching. You're safe with everything going on. Judge Barney, great guy I met at the Big Shave West 3, who initially gave me some grief on my page because I was cussing all the time and pretty pretty upset at the world in a way. And he gave me a couple let's say keyboard tongue lashings. I mean, politely, but man, he really and then I met the gentleman, and he's a retired gentleman, he's an engineer, used to work for DOD, I believe he's a contractor. Correct me if I'm wrong if you're still out there, Judge. We had a great time talking. He's a great gentleman, great stories. Likes his billiards. Still using his one blade that he got back in 2017. That they were selling at the Big Shave West. The original version of the Genesis, we both bought one, along with a few other folks like Rich Hansen, Shaving with the Rich, other. And I had a great time talking with Judge Barney and a lot of other folks that I met out there. And, I've made a lot of friends to this channel, which is a great thing. So how's the shave so far? Shave was really good. Razor felt great, took my time. Soap is performing awesome with a lot of butters. It's a little more expensive. It's a couple bucks more expensive, but you get 5 ounces. And I think in a vegan formula, it's obviously not going to be the cheapest cost per ounce or total per tub, but it's a great performer, and I think you'll really enjoy the benefits. So the one thing I like about the Ascension, which I also found with and I don't remember the name, I've used it once, the more aggressive one Douglas made of the DOC before this. Although I did really kind of cut myself in some places. The flipping it over to go against the grain or across the grain, depending on which strokes you're taking, I find this geometry better. Whether it's with the curved bottom or the flat bottom. Little weeper. Now with that, I think it's just I just found it even more comfortable. Maybe I'm using the curve better here. But I just find it's a little better for me once I get through that first pass. Yeah, that was from pressure probably. A little weeper down there, more a creep or a late shower. Okay, not bad. Overall, really good shave so far. Just a little weeper and a little creeper that snuck in. So what I'm going to do is, I'm drying off around my neck. I'm going to keep the face wet. What I'm going to do is take a look at, I'm going to re-lather overall. But I want the soap benefits, but I'm going to kind of hit up. So I go a little diagonal here. So I'm going to hit that up and maybe buff a little in a couple spots. So let's throw this last batch on. Doesn't need to be thick, just needs to be a layer. And skin's feeling refreshed already. So I washed with a mild facial cleanser in the shower, and then I used a small bit of a face scrub to knock off some dead skin. About every 3 days, 3 to 4 days, you probably should, just to keep fresh skin. Especially for the places you don't shave, because we exfoliate enough shaving. You know, it's funny. It made me think when I used to be a little more dickheaded than normal. I started watching CDB, and I was one of those that even made a comment about can't tell if he has hair to shave, and that was bad of me, and that was poor form. And if I haven't said it before, I'll say it now, Chris. Sorry, I was an idiot there too. Because when I did my Defender razor shave, the guy was saying, "Oh, looks like you have nothing to shave," or "It's easy when you have nothing to shave." I had a day's growth because I'm a daily shaver for the most part on a normal work cycle. Okay, not a coronavirus cycle. So what I'm saying is, I'm not upset that those people said that to me. I'm upset that I made the comment back in the day to Chris, because that was wrong of me, because I came off as just as much a dickhead as anyone else, right? And I didn't know the guy, he's kind of a legend in the wet shaving community, and overall good guy, and I mean, from what I can tell, and I just, in hindsight, I'm like, damn, that was dumb, Ken, and we're all prone, we're human to do dumb things, so I apologize, Chris, again, if I didn't do it back in the day. Okay, brush is rinsed, let's do another rinse. Let's get some alum and put the cold water on. I'm kind of looking at the screen, or just looking at the camera. I'm watching me put on my alum, use this in the mirror. So the feedback level, not bad. It's on a scale of 5, it's a 1.5 to 2. I'd say 1. Let's say there's no 0. 1 is like no feedback. 2. This is a 2. I mean, it was light in general, which makes sense. I just scraped off 4 days growth with the open comb razor. So I had the tines grinding. I had the blade itself. But yeah, weepers and creepers are closed. Looks like I'm gonna have an ingrown hair. I gotta take care of there. Let's hit up the Star Jelly. Just a little dab, that's all you really need. Moisturize, cool the face, and a bit of a antiseptic property at the same time. Always good. Let that die down. AT&T did something really cool because they just upped the capacity in areas in general. So I like these old these aftershave bottles. Although I just did that, we're gonna spread that around with that take about 10 seconds Douglas tip, so the alcohol doesn't get you as bad. A lot less sting that way. Excess on the forearms, running through the hair. Feels good. They don't drip when they're completely upside down, and Fine's done that. A few other folks have done that, gone away from stoppers. They're a bit old school, which is awesome. I'm going to pick out some junk from the soap here. All right, close that up, wipe it down. And the last bit, let's go with a little EDP. We're going to be able to air out today, so want it to hang in there. All right, so that was one of my favorite scent shaves, completely Phoenix shaving across the board. Doppelganger gray label, matching Star Jelly, aftershave cologne, EDP, even hit the pits with the deodorant, all natural deodorant. Yes, I use the antiperspirant too, that goes on an overnight. Atomic Rocket 26mm synthetic brush, and the stainless steel DOC with the flat bottom aluminum base plate with a quarter turn open with a Gillette Ruby, now 2 shaves down. And of course the lead off into this was the banana oil cube. All Phoenix shaving products. Hope not all necessarily still available at phoenixshaving.com. No, I'm not paying to do this. I just wanted a Ventus. I wanted a fresh take on it. So with that, friends, take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Follow the rules, please. I know it sucks for the economy. A lot of friends are hurting that are in service jobs and other industries that have sadly been firing or furloughing folks. It's terrible all around. I'm very thankful I can take care of my friends and family, being the position I'm in, which is ironic considering when furloughs have come around and I've been on the other end of it. But I'm very thankful where I'm at. I love you all. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. Cheers. Too sweet to the good brothers and good sisters out there. Keep up the good fight. Try to lose the negativity. Try to lose the politics out of this and focus on what matters most, which is friends, family, and yourself. Take care of each other, love each other, and if you're still feeling the wrong way about things, try to focus on that and turn over, and you'll even find yourself in a better place. Love you, take care. I'll see you all in the next video. Champ loves you. Bye.